Hi guys, my name is Steven. Welcome to video number 8 in this new series where I'm creating a login registration system using Facebook Connect in CodeIgniter. What I'll be doing in this video is writing some of these functions. We're already able to grab the user's information from their from Facebook using this API that we've created. So what we have to do now is just check if they're a member. If they are, then we're going to log them in. And if they're not a member, then we're going to sign up from Facebook, and then we're also going to log them in. So that should be pretty straightforward. What we do need to do though, because right away we'll be using the sessions class or sessions library, is we'll autoload that, and then we'll actually grab our encryption key as well. So we'll go to autoload in my config menu. And in addition to the database class, I'm going to load the session or database library. I'm also going to load the session library. And we're going to get an error right away. Actually, we're going to get a bunch of errors because a bunch of these models aren't actually written yet. Okay. Yes, we want to go to randomkeygen.com. Which is a website that I found the other day, and it actually has CodeIgniter encryption keys. I'll copy this, and then we're going to go to our config file, scroll all the way down, or not all the way down, but halfway, little more than halfway. We'll find here encryption key. If you're using the encryption class or the session class, you must set an encryption key. So I copied this website here, generates a random keygen every time you refresh the page. So I usually just copy one of these and then I paste it in here. And I'll give you a quick explanation of why they encrypt this. That's because the session class uses a very secure method of regular PHP sessions. Essentially what it does is it encrypts all of the keys and values in your session data with this key. And so unless you know this key, you therefore can't decrypt any of the variables, and you don't have access to any of my session data, which is extremely useful. In fact, it's one of the reasons. There's a bunch of reasons why CodeIgniter has very good security and has been known for like excellent security across the board. And this is one of them. It's because it encrypts all of your session data automatically. All you have to do is autoload the session class or the session library and specify an encryption key, and the rest, it handles the rest of it for you. Cool. So let's run this. Just see what's up here. We'll refresh, and yeah, we'll get some problems. Is member. So let's write that one first. We'll go to users, and then create a function. Public function is underscore member. And it's going to receive, we'll call this user, or no, we'll call it Facebook user. Okay, why don't we actually, I wonder if now that I have this written, or let's just write out these functions so that they exist, like log in and sign up from Facebook, so that I can actually do some testing as I write these. I'll just copy this. Public function is member. Say login, and then also what was the other one? Sign up from Facebook. Okay. Public function sign up from Facebook. Passing or receive Facebook user. Okay. So now these are all set up, and we should not be getting any errors. Perfect. So is member. I just want to print our and see what format the Facebook user is in, so that we know how to reference it. Reference the data, specifically the email address in this case. So we'll refresh this, and okay, so it's array, and then just right away. It's just an array, and we can actually reference the email address. We should be able to just echo You go Facebook underscore user, and then just say email. Cool. So that's how I can actually reference different objects or different pieces of information in my Facebook user array. Cool. Now what I want to do is check this Facebook user email and see if that's in my database. So I'll create a where. I'll say this db where. I'll say where email is equal to Facebook user email. Get rid of this now, and then I'll say this query. I'll create a query object is equal to this db get, and just specify which table. So from users, and then I'll say if query num underscore rows is exactly equal to 1, then they are a user, and we'll return true. The question of this function is member, and if there is one row returned with the same email, then we will return true. Else, return false, which means they're not a user or not a member already. Excellent. Now the login function, we're just going to receive this Facebook user information, and we'll go we'll create a data or an array. First of all, I'll just say is underscore logged in underscore in, and that'll be 1, and then their email address. Will be equal to this, or sorry, Facebook underscore user email, and then we'll also grab their name from this too, so we can display it on the members only page. I think it's name. Let's actually just leave this for now, and I'm actually just going to echo out Facebook, just because I'm not actually sure where. I'm not actually sure how to reference this yet. So if I go back to my main, it's going to log me in if I'm a member. If not, it's going to do this, and then it'll log me in. So it should still echo out my name if name is, yeah, okay. So there's my name right there. So I can actually set the session name to this, to Facebook user name. So say name is equal to Facebook user name. Cool. And then what we'll do is we'll go this session set user data, and we'll pass in data, the array data, and then we'll be logged in. We could actually, yeah, that'll be fine. The next thing, sign up from Facebook. Okay, so if they are not a member, then our main controller is going to send us to the function of sign up from Facebook. So we can actually go to the sign up from Facebook, and we can write that now. Hold on, users, move that over here. Cool. So the first thing we want to do is create an array, call it data, which we'll be inserting into the database. The data, so basically the first name underscore name. I'll just copy this so I have quick reference to it. First name will be I believe this is called first name. I guess we'll find out sooner or later. I'll just copy this line. Last name. Oh, first underscore name. This will be last underscore name. The email address will be email. We know that that's true. And then I just want to check the database really quick. See what else. First name, last name, email, and Facebook ID. And I believe that Facebook underscore ID is just ID in the Facebook user object. I can leave that, clean this up a bit, and then do a this db insert, which table will be users, and we'll pass in the data array. Cool. Now let's try it out. I'll go back to our login page, refresh this just to make sure everything's loaded properly. Click on the Connect with Facebook button. Oh, right. Another thing I want to do is once I've logged in, I want to redirect to the members only page. And I'll create a controller for this. We'll say members, or a function in the controllers. And I want to do this afterwards anyway, because there's no way really that they can not be a member after this, right? Because if I'm grabbing their data, their Facebook data, and then I've covered all my bases, this code should be secure. So we'll go, I'll just create a function or a method that loads the members view. So this load view members. And that won't exist yet, but at least we'll see that we're actually being redirected there. So I'll refresh this again, click the Connect with Facebook button, and we are now in the members. Now let's see if it actually did sign us up here. I'll click Browse, and sure enough, there we are. I grabbed my Facebook ID, my first name, my last name, and my email right from this array that we passed in. It inserted it to the database, and then it signed us up and redirected us to the members page, which we haven't actually created yet. So in the next video, probably the last one, I'll be actually building the members view, which will be extremely simple, and I'll just be adding a little bit of security, and that'll be it.